Let me ask you a question. Where do your best ideas come from? If you're like most people, they don't arrive when you're staring at a spreadsheet or forcing yourself to be creative. They show up as if by magic when you're in the shower, on a long drive, or in that quiet, drifting space just before you fall asleep. What is this mysterious part of you that works silently in the background, connecting dots and solving complex problems while you're not even paying attention? This same hidden part of your mind is so powerful, it can create profound healing in the body. We see undeniable proof of this in the placebo effect, a documented medical phenomenon where a person is given a simple sugar pill, believes it's a powerful new medicine, and their body creates real, measurable healing. The pill did nothing. The power was in their belief. This incredible force, the source of your sudden insights and the engine of profound healing, is your subconscious mind. It is the hidden architect of your life, tirelessly building your reality based on the beliefs it holds as true. The problem is, most of us have never been handed the keys to the architect's office. Today, that changes. We will move beyond theory and into practice. We will explore 3 ancient, powerful master keys that allow you to consciously communicate with this architect, to end self-sabotage, and to align its immense power with your deepest desires. Key number 1, the key of illumination. Making the unconscious conscious. Before you can tell your subconscious what to build, you must first understand what it's already building. Your subconscious is like a vast, dark room filled with old blueprints handed down to you by your family, your culture, and your past experiences. Many of these are blueprints for fear, limitation, and self-sabotage. To try and build a mansion of success on top of an old blueprint for a shack is futile. You must first turn on the lights. This is the great work described by the pioneering psychologist and philosopher Carl Jung. He famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." This fate is the recurring patterns in your life. The same kind of difficult relationships, the same financial struggles, the same cycles of procrastination. These are not random bad luck. They are the results of an unconscious blueprint at work. The first key, illumination, is the courageous act of turning inward to read those old plans. Let's say a talented artist constantly finds herself unable to charge what she's worth. She struggles financially, calling it fate that artists must be poor. Using the key of illumination, she practices deep reflection, perhaps through journaling or therapy. She discovers a deeply buried, inherited belief from her childhood. Wanting money is selfish and unartistic. This was a blueprint handed to her, and her subconscious has been faithfully building that reality of financial struggle for decades. The moment she sees this belief, the moment she makes it conscious, its power over her begins to dissolve. She hasn't changed the world yet, but she has found the faulty part of the blueprint, which is the essential first step to redrawing it. This key isn't about blaming the past. It is about understanding the programs you are currently running on autopilot. It is the brave act of looking into the shadows, for as Jung also said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Key number 2, the key of feeling. Your inner world creates your outer world. Once you've illuminated the old blueprints, you must create a new one. How do you communicate this new design to the subconscious? You must use its native language. That language is not words. It is the language of being, of feeling, of deep conviction. This is the timeless wisdom that teaches us that our inner world of thought and feeling is the primary cause, and our outer world of experience is the effect. To change the effect, you must first change the cause. Your mind is the powerful projector, and your life is the screen. The philosopher Plotinus, whose ideas influenced centuries of Western thought, spoke of reality emanating from a perfect source. To know the world, he taught, one must first turn inward and align with this perfect source. Think of someone preparing for a crucial job interview for a position they desperately want. In the weeks leading up to it, their inner state is one of anxiety and lack. Their internal monologue is, "I hope they like me. What if I'm not good enough? I really need this job." They walk into the interview radiating this nervous, needy energy. The interviewers sense the desperation. The conversation feels strained, and they don't get the offer. Their outer reality has perfectly matched their inner state of lack. Now, imagine they have another, similar opportunity. This time, they decide to use the key of feeling. For the week before the interview, their work is not just on memorizing answers. Their work is on cultivating the inner state of a person who is already a valuable, confident professional in that role. They spend time each morning vividly imagining and feeling what it's like to be a respected and successful member of that new team. They don't focus on getting the job, they focus on the feeling of doing the job well. They shift their internal monologue from, "I hope they pick me," to, "I have immense value to offer, and we need to see if this is a good fit for both of us." They walk into the interview with this new, quiet confidence. They are not a supplicant begging for a chance. They are a consultant offering a solution. The interviewers don't feel desperation. They feel authentic confidence and passion. The conversation flows. They get the job, not because they used a trick, but because they first became, on the inside, the person who was undeniably right for the role. This key requires you to stop seeing your desire as something out there to be captured. You must see it as an inner state of being to be cultivated. When you hold the blueprint of confidence and authentic value within you, your subconscious architect has no choice but to start building a world that matches it. Key number 3, the key of purpose. The power of a deep why. Having a blueprint is essential, but the most powerful subconscious commands are not just about what you want, but why you want it. A blueprint for a beautiful house is good, but a blueprint for a home that will be a sanctuary of peace and connection for my family for generations is infinitely more powerful. It has a soul. It has a purpose. This is the wisdom captured by the great Greek philosopher Aristotle. He taught that everything in nature has an ultimate purpose, an end goal it is striving for. The most powerful human actions are those that are aligned with a deep and meaningful purpose. The most common reason our subconscious fails to deliver is that we give it shallow, ego-driven goals with no deep why. A goal without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder. It might have power, but it has no direction. When you give your subconscious a meaningful purpose, you align its vast power with a direction that resonates on a soul level. Let's take a common, practical goal. I want to save $50,000 for a down payment on a house. This is a clear, logical goal, but on its own, it can feel like a long, joyless grind. It's just a number in a bank account. On a tough day, when you're tired from your 9-to-5 job, it's easy to lose motivation, to splurge on something for temporary relief, because the goal feels abstract and distant. Now let's use the key of purpose. The person asks themselves, what is the ultimate purpose of this house? What is the deep why behind this number? After deep reflection, they realize they don't just want a house. Their true purpose is to create a safe, warm, and stable sanctuary for my family, to have a backyard where my children can play freely, to build lasting memories of laughter in a sunlit kitchen, to feel the deep sense of peace and security that comes from having a place that is truly ours. Can you feel the powerful shift? The goal is no longer a dry number. The goal is now an emotional reality, a sanctuary. The $50,000 is just a milestone on the path to that deeply meaningful purpose. Now, when motivation flags, they don't think about the abstract number. They close their eyes and visualize their kids laughing in that future backyard. They feel the future peace of their family's sanctuary. This deep, emotional why becomes an inexhaustible source of fuel for the difficult what, saving money, cutting back on expenses. The subconscious isn't just working on a number, it's passionately working on building a home. A shallow goal gets shallow energy. A deep why unlocks the full, immense power of your inner architect. The 3 keys to your kingdom. The power of your subconscious mind is not a myth. It is the silent, powerful engine of your life. For too long, most of us have been unaware of its presence, letting it run on old, inherited programs, leaving our destiny to what we call fate. But you now hold the 3 master keys. With the key of illumination, you have the power to turn on the lights and understand the blueprints you've been running. With the key of correspondence, you have the power to draw a new blueprint by cultivating the inner state you wish to experience externally. And with the key of purpose, you have the power to infuse your blueprint with a deep and meaningful why that will command the full attention of your inner architect. You are not a passive passenger in your own life. You are the keeper of the keys to your own inner kingdom. The journey to mastering your world is, and always has been, an inside job. It is the conscious, courageous work of becoming the architect of your own soul.